40 years, Maria de Lourdes worked as a caretaker in the building where she lived. After a minor stroke, she said she was fired by the owner of that building, and along with her husband, they were forced out of their home and onto the street.
They came with police officers to my door, like we were criminals. That wasn't necessary. They took my things, dumped them outside, including my wedding photo album.
A neighbour who owns a disused office allowed the couple to stay there. The disrepair is obvious, and there is no running water. And on their pensions, they cannot afford the now spiralling rents. It's a far cry from the real estate fever that has gripped the city. Lisbon has become prime property for wealthy foreign workers, able to work from home. And the influx of these so-called digital nomads is being seen as an opportunity to charge rents that are beyond the salary of the average Portuguese worker. Many overseas professionals, attracted to the idea of living as digital nomads in a city famous for its beauty, have been lured by the visa scheme for remote workers. But foreign demand for property, goods and services have driven up prices to record highs, and that's causing enormous resentment, in particular towards property developers and landlords.
They realize that they can rent and sell their houses for much more money to these digital nomads. So the Portuguese actually don't count anymore in this manipulated housing market that we live in.
Even having a job is no guarantee of avoiding poverty. Many of the people who use this food bank are employed, but their wages are not enough to even feed their own families. Lisbon City Council hope that the funding for the Pope's visit will create more investments for those who live here.
We have now the biggest investment on housing, on public housing, and try to get solutions for the young people. It's of course it's an enormous question mark that we have in the future and we have to deal with.
For Maria, she fears it will be too late for her and her husband.
What I fear now is that my next home will likely be the cemetery.
Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, Lisbon.